So here it is. The question is if a radioactive carbon 14 radioactive carbon 14 has a half-life of 5,750 years. 5,750 years. What will remain? What will remain of 1 gram of 1 gram after 3,000 years? So this is a question. So here it is. Let us see the solution. So till now, what we solved the problems, previous problems, there it is having just they said radioactive material or just simply substance like that they mentioned. But here it is specifically they mentioned that substances here carbon 14. So this carbon 14 has a half-life of 5750 years. What will remain of 1 gram after 3,000 years? It means that, so here it is, the important thing is first we require the initial information, right? So what is the initial information? When time t is equal to 0, what about the substance here? So the radioactive carbon 14 is here it is having, the radioactive carbon is nothing but x, or just simply you can choose n. So here it is x, if you choose that one, 1 gram, right? And next it has to come to half gram, right? When it is having 5,750 years. So 5,750 years, the radioactive substance came to half gram. And what they asked remaining, what will remain of 1 gram after 3,000 years? It means that time they mentioned 3,000 years, and we need to find the radioactive substance. So X, we need to find that one. So this is the information they gave in the problem. So initially it is having 1 gram of carbon 14, and next when it comes to time 5,750 years, that 1 gram reduces to half gram. Then if it is having time 3,000 years, so what about the radioactive substance? Okay, so that one we are going to calculate here. If you observe that initially 1 gram and time is increasing, obviously the substance is decreasing. It means that we need to apply decay, law of natural decay. So that is nothing but as usual, simply what we are writing first by law of chemical conversion, simply we can write dx by dt is proportional to x. So this is equal dx by dt is equal, here we are choosing as proportionality constant is nothing but k, but here it is reducing. So for representation of that, simply we are using as minus, but don't think as k is a negative one, k always must be positive one. And now by variable separable, simply what we can write here, dx by x is equal minus k dt. And on integrating this one, integral dx by x is equal minus k integral dt. So integral dx by x is nothing but simply what we can write, log x is equal minus kt plus log c. And next take this log c into this side, then it changes to log x minus log c is equal minus kt, and then log x by c is equal, so that is in the form of log a by b. So simply log a minus log b, simply we can write it as log a by b is equal minus kt, and by using the logarithmic definition, simply we can write this one as x by c is equal to e power minus kt, and then x is equal c into e power minus kt. So this is the one equation for finding that. And now let it be take it as 1. So now you need to follow the procedure as usual. First we need to choose the initial condition for calculating C. So for that, simply what they mentioned, at the time t is equal to 0, the radioactive carbon 14 is equal to 1 gram. So that is nothing but simply you can substitute here, 1 is equal C into e power minus k into 0. So that implies C is equal to, we get it as 1. Okay, c is equal to 1. And now you can substitute in equation 1, then you will get it as x is equal to e power minus kt. Let it be taken as equation 2. Now you can take the another condition what they mentioned at time t is equal to 5750 years, the radioactive substance is reduces to half gram. So you can use this is the information and substitute this information in equation 2, then you can get it as 1 by 2 is equal e power minus k into 5750. And now you can apply log on both sides. By applying log on both sides, simply what we'll get, log 1 by 2 is equal to log e power minus 550k. And this is in the form of, in right hand side, if you observe that is in the form of log a power m, and simply we can write this is as m log a. So that is nothing but simply how can we write this one, minus 5750 log e. Since log e is equal to nothing but 1, so here it is k, and then so log e base is equal to 1, so that implies simply what we'll get, k is equal minus 1 by 5750 into log 1 by 2. So this is the value of k. So k value we find it by taking the another condition. Same pattern what we applied for Newton's law of cooling, in the same way we are applying here also. First c value and then next k value. Now go to third one. So time they give, we need to find the amount of substance. So for that we have to use equation 2. Since x is equal e power minus kt, and then we are going to find the amount of substance. So x is equal e power minus k into t is nothing but, here already they mentioned 3000 years. So that is nothing but, now x is equal e power minus k, already we know that. So what about k? So 3000 into k is nothing but, here it is having minus 1 by 5750 log 1 by 2, log 1 by 2. And then so x is equal, so this is nothing but minus into minus plus, and simply we can write e power 3000 by 50750 log 1 by 2. And which is, if you observe that this is in the form of m log a, and simply you can write log 1 by 2 whole power 3000 by 5750. So if you observe that e power log a is nothing but a, so that is simply here a is nothing but 1 by 2 whole power 3000 by 5750. So if we calculate this, simply what we'll get here it is x is equal 0.6965 grams. 0.6965 grams. It means that here it is we calculated from the initial one. So initially 1 gram. So when it comes to 3000 years, it changes to 0.69, and it comes to 5750 years, it reduces to half gram. Okay, obviously it is reducing. So this is the problem why using if it is a decay. If 30% is if 30% is of radioactive substance, radioactive substance, radioactive substance disappeared in 10 days. In 10 days. How long will it take? How long will it take? How long will it take for 90% of it to disappear? So this is very important one, and number of times they asked in external exam point of view. And last year I think they asked this question for CST and civil mechanical, CST and IT people. So this is very important question. This is if 30% of a radioactive substance, so here also they chosen radioactive substance, but they didn't mention directly here. So radioactive substance disappeared in 10 days. So within 10 days, so the radioactive substance is reducing to 30% in that. And means what about remaining substance in that? The remaining substance, how much? In 130% and remaining ఏముంటుందో, so 30 both the remaining and 70, right? So it means that initially we don't know how much they mentioned, so that's why simply we'll choose that one. When time t is equal to 0, the amount of substance will choose as 100 grams. Okay, the amount of substance is 100 grams. And next, when t is equal to 10 days, okay, 10 days, the amount of substance, the remaining amount of substance, how much we have? 70 grams. Why? Because 100 minus 30 is equal to 70. And next, what they asked, 90% for getting disappear that radioactive substance. What about the time? So how much time is required? So t, we don't know that. So here it is, 90% is nothing but what about remaining substance? 10 grams. Okay, so nothing in that. Simply if you take it as a chemical practical, so first you are trying to disappear the some amount of some amount in that whatever you take that material. Okay, so 30% disappear. What about remaining one? So 90% disappear. What about remaining one? So that is only different thing here. So here it is, x 70 grams. How we got that one? The remaining substance after disappear, what we have? 70 grams. Okay, why? Because 30 grams they said. So 100 minus 30 is 70. Next, here it is, they said 90%. It means 100 minus 90 is 10. Only this is the new thing, and remaining as usual. So here it is, disappear is nothing but simply what we can say that by law of chemical conversion, same as it is previous problem what we wrote, same as it is that by law of chemical conversion, what we got it, that one, x is equal to c e power minus kt, right? X is equal to c e power minus kt. Disappear in the sense obviously that is decrease. So here it is, first to take the initial condition, t is equal to 0, then x is equal to 100. So that is nothing but simply you can substitute here. So 100 is equal c into e power minus k into 0. That is nothing but 100 is equal to c. So c value we got it. Next, we need to calculate k value. For getting k value, we need to take another condition. So before that, you can substitute the c value in equation 1. So if you substitute in that, x is equal to 100 into e power minus kt. Let it be taken as equation 2. And next, at t time t equal to 10 days, the remaining amount of substance be 70 grams, right? Now you can substitute in that 70 is equal to 100 into e power minus k into 10. And now you take this one at this side. So 70 by 100 is equal to e power minus 10k. So this is nothing but 7 by 10 is equal to e power minus 10k. I require the value of k. So for that I am taking log on both sides. Then log 7 by 10 is equal to log e power minus 10k. E power minus 10k. Now log 7 by 10 is equal. So this is in the form of log a power m, and simply we can write minus 10k log e. And then log e is nothing but already we know that one. So remaining log 7 by 10 is equal to minus 10k. So that implies k is equal. Just you can take that minus 10 into right hand side. Then it changes to minus 1 by 10. Log 7 by 10. So this is the value of k. Now at t is a t we have to calculate. So when x is equal to 10 grams, x is equal to 10 grams. So second equation is x is equal to 100 into e power minus kt. So x is nothing but 10 is equal to 100 into e power minus k into t. We don't know the value of t. And now, so here it is 10 by 100. So it is equal to e power minus kt. So here it is, what about remaining? 1 by 10 is equal e power minus kt. I require the value of t. So for that, taking log on both sides, then it is having log 1 by 10 is equal log e power minus kt. And then log 1 by 10 is equal. So this is nothing but log a power m, and simply we can write m log a. So minus kt into log e. So since log e base is equal to 1, and then what about remaining? Log 1 by 10 is equal minus kt. I require the value of t. So for that, simply what we can write, t is equal log 1 by 10 by minus k. So this is equal to log 1 by 10 by k. Already we know that. So don't do mistakes here. Minus k. So minus into minus plus. And then what about remaining? 1 by 10 into log 7 by 10. And then simply what we can write, t is equal. So 10 into log 1 by 10. So this 10 comes to numerator by log 7 by 10. So this is equal. So if we calculate this one, we think we'll get it as 64.9. That is nothing but approximately the time t is equal 65 days. So it means for coming 90% disappear the radioactive substance. How many days it takes? 65 days it takes. Only the difference between previous problems and this problems, here it is, they didn't mention directly, they mention in percentages. And here it is, we chosen that remaining substance we chosen. Suppose 100 grams is the initially 100 grams is there. So when it comes to 10 days, that substance reduces to 70 grams. Not reduces, so the remaining substance is 70 grams. And when time comes to 65 days, the remaining substance is only 10 grams. Okay. So this is another problem and very important problem. And now unit 2 here. Higher order linear differential equations. So this is the extension of first unit. Okay. So very easiest one, anyone can easily solve it, this one. So higher order linear differential equations. Okay, so what is meant by linear differential equation? I think already we got it, this one in first unit. Higher linear differential equation. Don't say that the form. Okay, so dy by dx plus p of x into y equal to q of x is if it is in the form of, that is linear differential equation. I'm not asking the form. So anyone, what is meant by linear differential equation? Hmm? Linear and non-linear. What is that? So let us see once again. We are saying here the definition. Of course, already we said. Again, once again, here it is. So linear differential equations. Linear differential equations are those in which the independent variable independent variable and its derivatives dependent variable and its derivatives occur only in first degree occur only in first degree and are not multiplied together and are not multiplied together multiplied together multiplied together is nothing but simply we'll say that linear differential equations. It means that linear differential equations are those in which the dependent variable and its derivatives. It means that generally if we are taking that y is equal to f of x. So here it is, y is a dependent and x is a independent one, right? So why? Because just by knowing the values of x, then only you can get the values of y. Without knowing the values of x, we never get it the values of y. So for that, y is a dependent and x is a independent. So obviously, simply if you are taking your home, you people are the dependent and your parents are independent one. So here what we are saying, the dependent variable. So the dependent variable is nothing but y, and its derivatives, that is nothing but dy by dx, the rate of change, occur only in first degree. It means order may be 1 or 2 or 3. Order may not require here. We should not consider that. Only in first degree. So the degree must be 1 and are not multiplied together. So if you are multiplying like this, then simply we'll say that this type of equations are non-linear equations. That only if we see that Bernoulli's equations, that is in linear or non-linear equations, there what we said, dy by dx plus p of x into y is equal q of x into y power n, right? And next immediately what we are doing, we are taking this y power n into this side. So y power minus n into dy by dx and plus p of x into y power 1 minus n is equal to q of x. Like that we are writing. If you see that, is this a non-linear equation or not? Here it is, the dependent variable is y and the independent variable is x. So dependent variable and the derivatives are multiplying together. Then we call this type of equations are nothing but non-linear equations. So for that, we are converting non-linear equations into linear equations by using the substitutions, right? So what about the substitutions? There it is, y power 1 minus n is equal to u or t, like that we chosen, and we converted that one into du by dx plus p of x into u is equal q of x. Like that we converted into linear and then we applied the procedure in Bernoulli's. Same here it is also, we are saying that the definition is nothing but linear differential equation is nothing but the degree must be equal. So the degree must be 1. Why? Because generally simply what we'll say that linear equation is nothing but x plus 2 is equal to 0. This is a linear equation, or simply we write ax plus b is equal to 0. Why we are calling this is linear? The degree is here, it is 1. And quadratic is nothing but ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That's why we are calling quadratic, since the degree is here it is having 2. And in the same way, if you are taking that ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. Here it is, if you observe that the degree is having 3. So for that we are calling as cube. And more than that, simply we gave one name for that, that is a polynomial, right? So here also same thing. That's why here what we are calling this ax plus b equal to 0 or a plus bx is nothing but the degree is having 1. That's why we are calling as this equation as linear. And the same way here also we are saying that linear differential equation must be the degree is 1. Okay. And now in first unit you learned that one only first order and first degree. That only dy by dx plus p of x into y equal to q of x. Okay. But here it is, we are saying that higher order. It may be order may be 2 or 3 or more than that. So that is general simply how we write that one. Thus the general linear differential equation of nth order. Suppose we are taking as the order is n. Nth order is of the form. Suppose we chosen the differential equation and the differential equation is linear differential equation which is of order n. So simply what we'll write, d power n by dx power n plus p1 of p1 into d power n by n minus 1 by dx power n minus 1 plus p2 into d power n minus 2y by dx power n minus 2 plus and so on plus Pn into y is equal to 0. So if you observe that, so what is the order of this differential equation? N. And what about degree? The degree is nothing but here it is having. This is the highest derivative and the degree is here it is having 1. So the degree must be 1 and order may be more than 1. So that is only we are going to learn here. And here it is, what about P1 and P2, P3 are so on here, where P1 P2, P3, and so on Pn are functions in X, are functions in X. That is nothing but P1 of X, P2 of X, and so on Pn of X. Then we call this is nothing but linear differential equation. Then simply we call linear differential equation with variable coefficients. With variable coefficients. Why? Because here what are the coefficients we chosen? Those are all nothing but the coefficients of X, right? So the coefficients of variables. So P1 of X, this is a variable in terms of X, and this is also a variable in terms of X, and this is also a variable in terms of X. That's why we call this is a linear differential equation in X with variable coefficients. Here it is, we are going to learn with the constant coefficients first of all, and then we go to variable coefficients. Here it is, the constant coefficients are nothing but same pattern. So linear differential equations with constant coefficients. With constant coefficients. Linear differential equations with constant coefficients. It means that suppose if we are taking this is nothing but equation 1. So here it is, if we are taking equation 1 as this, where P1, P2, and so on Pn are real constants. Are real constants. And if here it is, we are taking Q of X, not 0. So a real constant, and Q of X is a continuous function of X. Continuous function of X. Continuous function of X. Then it is called a ordinary linear differential equation with the constant coefficients of order n. Okay, is it clear about this one? The general form of linear differential equation of nth order is nothing but this is the equation. And if the P1, P2, and so on Pn are variable coefficients, then we are calling as linear differential equation with variable coefficients. If suppose those P1, P2, and so on Pn are constants, then we are calling as linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Constants unte constant coefficients, variables unte variable coefficients. And right side Q of X, this is a function, and this function is a continuous function in terms of X. Okay, so this is about introduction of this one, and now we are going to find the solution for this. We are going to find the solutions for these equations. Okay, that may be order 2 or 3 or 4 more than that. Okay, and application oriented, this is very useful for you in your 2-1 semester. You people will get there, it is having electrical circuits. Okay, electrical circuits. In this subject particularly, you people will use this one. Why? Because first, of course, by using the circuits, you people write the equations, differential equations you write. After writing the differential equations, we have to find the solutions for those differential equations. By using this, you people will find the solutions for those differential equations. Okay, now, so that's why application oriented, not only electrical circuits, in simple harmonic motion, electrical beams. Okay, so in all those cases, we people will use this unit, but especially in your technical coming to BTech level. So in 2-1, if people will use in electrical circuits, you have this subject in 2-1. Electrical circuits are advanced electrical AC, advanced circuits. So in that, if people will use. Okay. Now coming to how to find the solutions in that. So let us see that.